Hi everyone, welcome back. Now I'm going to add my one of the coaches speaker. Okay, let's add Poonam ma'am. Let's okay, Suvida ma'am. Okay, let's wait. Well, yes. Hello, Suvida ma'am.
Hi, Vishal. How are you?
Fine. So what about Poonam ma'am? I have sent the link to her.
I think she'll be joining.
Hello, Shamta ma'am. Hello, Drama Kimchi. Okay, let me send it again. I think she's unable to join. Okay, what's the problem? Let me see. Okay. So, ma'am, how is your evening? School?
School's over
Yeah.
and work at home. But today was a good day. So today is
Yeah.
also Teachers' Day, right?
Yeah.
So every
Happy Teachers Day.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. To you too. Hi, Poonam.
Hi everyone. How are you?
Oh, happy Teachers Day.
Yeah, thank you and same to you. We all coaches, everyone is a teacher.
Oh, yes.
Coaches, non-coaches, brothers, sisters,
Yes.
dads,
All
everyone is a teacher.
Yeah, to everyone.
good to see you,
Yeah.
Shamta. Thank you for joining.
Hello, Suraya.
Hi Shamta, how are you?
So, shall we start?
Yeah, I was like, should we start?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Poonam, I
sure.
wanted to ask you, can you see Vishal?
Yeah, I can see Vishal.
Why?
So am I audible?
You
Yeah, yeah.
are, but I can't see Vishal, so I was wondering what
Oh,
happened.
something went wrong.
Okay,
Or
so all of you, welcome to Super Family Summit's Instagram Live. So for people who have joined us for the first time, let me give a flashback for what we have been doing for the last 2 months. So we have already done 3 episodes of Super Family Summit related to family issues, some crucial issues like we had done with Harmonious Family on the first episode, then we have done on stress management in the second episode, and finally on the third episode, we have talked about conflict management. So those who want to view the past episodes may please visit our posts on and visit our Insta IDs. You may get you have the access for all the past episodes. So, and today on the fourth and the final episode of the Super Family Summit, we have assembled here to an inspiring and transformative discussion on mindset, so which plays a very crucial role in fostering a harmonious family. So, and in today's fast moving world, it's so important to nurture the right mindset within your family, and because that is one thing which can actually bring a difference inside and outside the family. We talk about the family as a family or as a society. So our expert speakers Vishal and Suvidha, they will definitely share valuable insight, practical tips, and some real life stories with us to which can be applied and you can use it in your family journey. So let's get ready to be motivated and enlightened on this Teachers' Day. So uh, now I give it over to Vishal. Let's hear
yes.
from Vishal. Vishal what he has to share us about
Okay.
mindset.
Yeah. Thank you, Poonam. Thank you so much for the introduction. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are good and well. So today is our last episode of the season, and our topic is mindset. So, what is mindset? Whenever I hear the word mindset, the only thing comes into my mind is power of subconscious mind. Now, what is subconscious mind? Subconscious mind is whatever we hear, see, observe, think, that totally it's stored in the subconscious mind, which eventually affect our future. So basically, there are two types, there are two kinds of mindset, strong and weak. So what are you? Okay, let's understand this. जब भी हम अपनी लाइफ में फेल होते हैं या कुछ प्रॉब्लम आता है या हम गलती करते हैं तो हम उदास हो जाते हैं और अपनी किस्मत को कोसते हैं. सो इज इट राइट? नो, इट्स अ वीक माइंडसेट. तो क्या करें हम? हमें क्या करना चाहिए? देखिए, हमें फेलियर हमें हमेशा एक स्टेप क्लोजर ले जाता है अपने सक्सेस की तरफ या अपने लाइफ गोल की तरफ, प्रोवाइडेड कि आप उससे कुछ सीखें और आगे बढ़े. आप कहेंगे कि फेलियर हमें कैसे क्लोजर ले जाएगा सक्सेस की तरफ, लाइफ गोल की तरफ? जी हाँ, देखिए, फेलियर एक टेम्परेरी सेटबैक है. ये हमें सिखाता है कि कैसे अपने आप को इम्प्रूव किया जा सके. कि पहली बार आपने आप फेल हो गए, दैट्स फाइन, ओके, बट दूसरी बार आप फेल होने का चांसेस थोड़ा कम हो जाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि आपको पता रहता है कि आपको क्या करना है और क्या नहीं करना है. जिस कारण आप फेल हुए हैं तो आपको पता चल जाए कि इसको कितने अच्छे से और अच्छे से कर सकते हैं ताकि इसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट ला सके और बेटर वे से आप दिखा सके. जैसे कि अगर कोई भी रेसिंग होता है, 100 मीटर या 100 मीटर का लॉन्ग रेस होता है, लाइक 2 किलोमीटर, 5 किलोमीटर, तो इसमें क्या होता है, रेसर रेसिंग करते रहते हैं, ठीक है. अब क्या होता है, कोई रेसर होता है कि बीच में रुकते नहीं है पानी पीने के लिए. कोई रेसर के रुक गए पानी पीने के लिए, 1 मिनट की कुछ टाइम के रुक गए, तो उनको लगता है कि जो रुक रहे हैं तो मतलब तो फेल हो जाएंगे, अब तो सक्सेस नहीं हो पाएगा, वो तो भाग नहीं पाएंगे, रेस में जीत नहीं पाएंगे, मैं कंटिन्यूसली भागते रहता हूँ, मैं जीत जाऊंगा. ऐसा नहीं होता. वो अगर रुकते हैं, हो सकता है वो एनर्जी गेन कर रहे हैं, पानी पिए, एनर्जी गेन की, हो सकता है लॉन्ग रन के लिए ज्यादा फास्ट भाग सकते हैं आपसे और आपको ओवरटेक कर लेंगे फ्यूचर में. तो ये बताया जाता है कि देखिए, फेलियर एक टेम्परेरी सेटबैक है, उससे डरिए मत, उससे सीखिए. वो एक अच्छा चीज है आपको एक इंस्पिरेशन देने का. क्या होता है, गॉड्स हमेशा भगवान का प्लान होता है कि अगर आप जो प्लान कर रहे हो सकता है सक्सेस नहीं हो रहा, आप फेल हो रहे हो, मे बी गॉड हैज प्लान समथिंग बेटर देन व्हाट यू हैव प्लान्ड, राइट? तो उस चीज पे फोकस कीजिए, क्योंकि हर चीज, फेलियर एक बहुत अच्छा चीज है सीखने के लिए. उससे उदास होकर अपनी किस्मत को कोसना नहीं चाहिए. सो थिंक पॉजिटिव, बी अ स्ट्रॉन्ग माइंड सेट एंड बी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक इन द लाइफ. दिस इज द फर्स्ट पॉजिटिव अप्रोच. सेकेंड चीज मैं बनाना चाहता हूँ कि अगर आपको लगता है कि आपका कोई गोल नहीं है, आपका कोई फ्यूचर प्लान नहीं है, या आपको कुछ नहीं पता आपका पैशन क्या नहीं है, ठीक है, तो मैं इसे सजेस्ट करता हूँ कि या तो अपने पेरेंट्स की सुने, ठीक है, पेरेंट्स का सजेशन माने, उनकी बातें सुने और उनको समझे कि वो क्या कह रहे हैं क्या नहीं कह रहे हैं, ठीक है. अगर आपको नहीं पता है वो क्या करना है, या इससे अच्छा है कि किसी एक्सपर्ट का सजेशन ले और उस चीज को फॉलो करे डेडिकेशन के साथ, फुल डेडिकेशन के साथ और ब्लाइंडली, ताकि जब तक कि आपको पता ना चल जाए कि आपका पैशन क्या है, आपका गोल क्या है, लाइफ पर्पस क्या है, उस चीज को फुल्ली डेडिकेशन के साथ कंप्लीट करे. हो सकता है बाद में आपको पता चल जाए इन फ्यूचर की वो करते करते कि मैं क्या करना चाहता हूँ, मेरा लाइफ पर्पस क्या है. तो इससे अच्छा है कि आप डेडिकेशन और फुल माइंड, स्ट्रॉन्ग माइंडसेट और पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ उस चीज को फोकस करें. तीसरा पॉइंट मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर आपको इस केस में, अगर दूसरा केस बनता है कि अगर आपको पता है कि आपको क्या करना है लाइफ में, तो शो सम रिसर्च एंड पॉजिटिव एविडेंस एंड प्रूफ टू योर पेरेंट्स दैट यू आर विलिंग टू डू दिस, है ना. अगर आपके पास पॉजिटिव अप्रोच है, आपके पास पता है आपको क्या करना है, आपके पास एविडेंस प्रूफ है, रिसर्च है कि हाँ मुझे करना है इसको, एनी हाउ, विदाउट एनी फेल, आई एम रेडी टू टेक 100% रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ माई लाइफ. सो टेक अ रिस्क एंड गो फॉर इट, डोंट वेट फॉर एनी अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कम एंड अक्रॉस यू, राइट. तो इससे अच्छा है कि आप उस चीज को पकड़े और फुल डेडिकेशन के साथ आगे बढ़े, पॉजिटिव अप्रोच के साथ, और गेट रेडी टू फेल एंड लर्न समथिंग एंड गेट राइट अगेन. मैं इसको एक अच्छी स्टोरी समझाना चाहता हूँ. एक वंस अपॉन अ टाइम देयर इज अ balloon seller who used to sell a balloon in a fair like मेला ओला में, ठीक है. सो ही हैज लॉट्स ऑफ different कलर्स ऑफ balloon. So what happened actually, whenever his business goes down, he used to fill the balloon with helium instead of air. So people get amused and see how the balloon goes up so high. So what happened? The children around the fair used to come and buy so much balloons. So suddenly his business goes up, right? Then whenever his business goes down, he used to do the same trick. He used to fill the helium in the balloon, and balloon goes high, and people get excited, and even the children get excited to see how does it happen, how the balloon is going so much high, right? So one day, what happened? One child, he came to near to him, and he was pulling his shirt, and then the balloon seller, he looked behind and look at the children very cutely and silently, and he said, child says that, does this white color balloon or black color balloon can fly high, or only that green color only can fly high? So saw him very quietly, and he smiled at him and says, it's not the balloon which goes up, it's the thing that it inside the balloon which make him go up. That's a very good line कि अगर आप लाइफ में ना, क्या होता है ना, हम क्या है वो इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं, हमारा माइंडसेट क्या है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। हमारे अंदर क्या वैल्यू ले रहे हैं, हम क्या पॉजिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन ले रहे हैं, क्या पॉजिटिव वैल्यू ले रहे हैं बाहर सराउंडिंग से, हम कहाँ पे रह रहे हैं, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इसलिए अपने आप को एक पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ, पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट के साथ फील कीजिए, ताकि आप पॉजिटिव अप्रोच के साथ अपने आप लाइफ में आगे बढ़ सके और सक्सेस कर सके। सो दैट इज माई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इन माइंडसेट। थैंक यू सो मच, एंड ओवर टू यू सुविधा मैम।
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Vishal. And I think that was a wonderful story of the balloon seller. So, hi, friends. I'm sure you've been wonderful, and it is even more wonderful to see you here today. Thank you for taking our time. All the parents who are here and all the coaches who are here, wishing you all a very happy Teachers' Day. We are going to talk about mindset. And before I begin, I have a question to ask, which is, have you found it difficult to keep a positive mindset at all times? You could write a yes or no in the chat. Is it difficult to keep a positive mindset at all times? Okay, and while you're responding, I'm going to say that your mindset is a compass that guides your journey of growth and empowers you to turn your challenges into opportunities. Now, this is more than a statement, right? Exactly what Vishal also mentioned right now, that we have to turn our mistakes into opportunities. Reflecting on your parenting journey, have you ever noticed that how your mindset is influencing your children's mindset? What I'm trying to say is that if children learn mostly through observation, then what kind of mindset are they seeing from you? What are they observing about you? What are the attitudes that they are seeing from you given a challenging situation? Okay, do they see you struggle and then give up when things get tough? Do they see you, or they see you find ways to achieve your goal? Try different strategies to achieve the goal. Get out of your comfort zone. Ask people for help. Usually we don't do that. We think asking for help means that we are weak. But honestly speaking, asking for help is a sign of strength. It means that you are very aware of who can help you at what time. You are aware of the strengths of people around you, and you are ready to use those strengths when in need. And it's just your behavior, your attitude, the way you would approach a person asking for help is, will decide whether you get the help or you don't get the help. But asking for help is not a sign of weakness, right? So that is something that we must keep in mind as adults. And also we should tell our children that it's okay to ask for help. Usually we say कि help नहीं मांगना, otherwise वो सोचेंगे कि आप कमजोर हैं. But that is definitely not the case. And we must tell our children that, okay, if you're stuck at this, who do you think can help you in this moment? And then go ahead and approach that person and ask for help. So keeping this in mind, let's talk about a growth mindset. Now, this was a term that was coined by a psychologist going by the name of Carol Dweck. and she's done a lot of work in the educational field as well. And she said that growth mindset suggests that your abilities and your intelligence can be developed through dedication, through hard work, and learning from experiences. I mean, how wonderful is that? To think of it that we might think that this child is born with certain skill, or this child is gifted, this child has like such skills and he was born with that. Instead of thinking that, if I start to believe that my intelligence and my abilities can be developed, I just need to work in that direction, and I just need to put in more effort and learn ways of how to do those things. I can also be skillful. I can also be successful in that field. And once I have this power of mindset that I can achieve if I put in the hard work, I mean, how amazing is that power? It just pushes us to think and work harder in that direction and achieve whatever we want to achieve. So, so as parents, if I am stuck with the mindset that I can't handle my child's tantrums, whether my child is a toddler or my child is a teenager, it doesn't matter. I mean, we see tantrums all the time. But do I have a mindset that says that, oh God, I can't handle these tantrums anymore? Or can I change my mindset to think that I can learn effective ways to manage my child's tantrums? And that changes everything, right? That makes doors open for me. And that allows me to look at solutions and strategies on how I can manage my child's tantrums and keep the environment peaceful, right? So that's the power of a growth mindset. The second strategy that I want to talk about is learning from mistakes. Vishal also mentioned it, and I'm going to reiterate the strength of learning from mistakes, because mistakes should be seen as opportunities. You must have heard that Edison tried probably 1,000 times before, he invented the bulb. It seems to be a simple phrase, probably a very wow phrase, but to think of it that somebody underwent experimentation and trial and failure for at least 1,000 times before he was able to invent the bulb. To look at every try that he would make, every resource that he would need, every change that he will make in his experiment, every documentation that he will do to see what will go right now and what won't go right, what will not work. How deep is that? And did he give up? He didn't. He continued to try. So if we continue to look at mistakes as opportunities to improve ourselves, well, that's the power of a positive mindset. And that is something that we must pass on to our children as well. So we also make mistakes as adults. We make lots of mistakes, but somehow we don't want to talk this in front of our children because it's going to make us look weak or unsuccessful. And we only want to portray ourselves as very successful people and doing great things in our areas of work. But that only makes our children think that my parents never make mistakes. How can I make a mistake? And if the child does make a mistake, the child is filled with guilt because he's seen his parents as super successful people in whatever they do. They don't make mistakes. So the child doesn't know how to handle a mistake or a failure. But if we as parents and we as adults make mistakes and discuss those mistakes with our children, in fact, we reflect on those mistakes and allow our children to be a part of that reflection process, where I am thinking what went wrong, what I could have done differently. Should I have asked for help from someone? Maybe I would have done better. when I'm reflecting on what went wrong and what I am going to change the next time I'm going to try this, uh, that is the tool to pass on to our children as to how to handle failures. And that's the mindset we want our children to have, that failures are all right. They are just stepping stones to success. That is only making us go a step closer to success. So failures are good. Um, and the third point that I want to talk about is praise, effort, and persistence. We uh, we usually feel happy and excited when our children would get an A grade or an A plus or a 10 CGPA, and that's just wonderful for us. But if we actually go down and look at our child's work, and we look at the way the answers are organized, and we praise that. I love the way you have written your answers. I love the way how you follow the margin. You've got your punctuation, your commas, and your full stops absolutely right. And I love this answer, the way you have written it. I mean, even for me who doesn't understand the topic, I am able to understand what you're writing and what could be the answer to this question. I mean, I think you've got this concept really well. If this is the praise the child is hearing from you, then the child knows, oh, this is the effort that I need to put into my work. So my answers, my organization of answers is looked at. My punctuation and spellings are looked at. My parents are going to read my answers, and they will try and understand what I have written. So I have to ensure that my language is simple, my language is clear, and that is what the child is going to focus on. Instead of just getting an A plus grade or a 20 on 20, the child would know that these are the areas I need to focus on. So appreciate the hard work. Even if the child gets a D in the test, appreciate the hard work. Sit down with the child and ask the child, okay, let's take a look at your answer sheet. Let's try and understand what went wrong. Okay, why do you think you wrote this answer? How do you think you could have written differently? What do you think is missing in this answer? How would you write it next time after you have revised this concept? So then the child would know that my parent is here to help me overcome my weaknesses and not here to just look at my grades and then scold me. Why did I get 18 out of 20? Where did those 2 marks go? Right? So if we are praising the efforts that the child is making, instead of just the final score that the child is getting, then we are teaching a positive mindset to our children. Um, and yeah, celebrating mistakes, we've already talked about it. Mistakes are a learning process. They're part of a learning process. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have failures. But the mindset is that how am I going to change my next step so that my failure becomes a success, right? So that is what we need to keep thinking about. Self-compassion is important, and that is something we need to teach our children as well, because if we are hard on ourselves because we failed, then our children are also going to be extremely hard on themselves, and we don't want that. So we want to keep telling ourselves that it's all right, failure is okay. I am going to be kind to myself. I'm not going to push myself down with guilt to such an extent that it becomes difficult for me to rise again and try again. And that's exactly what I'm going to pass on to my children as well. So self-worth and resilience is what I am going to keep for myself also and pass on to my children. That brings me to the end of my points that I wanted to share with you. And I'm passing it on to Poonam. Poonam, over to you.
Okay, hi everyone, and happy Teachers' Day to all of you, those who have joined now. So now today we are discussing mindset. So there are different theories which explains their different kinds of mindset. But the first and foremost thing to understand is why people are different, why there is difference of mindset, why people are different and why their mindsets are different. So if we search properly, if we research properly, the differences come because there are different backgrounds. People come from different backgrounds, they have different belief system, they have different learning process, they have different experiences, and they come from a different environment. Each and every individual have their own situation in life which create them as a different individual. So that is where the difference in mindset gets created. And as very well explained by Suvidha and Vishal also mentioned it. So effectively researchers have explained that there are two major kind of mindset. One is fixed mindset and one is more growth mindset. So when we talk of a person who is having a fixed mindset, the personality gets reflected as the person always wants to prove themselves. They are very sensitive about, or rather super sensitive about making mistakes or taking up new things, facing obstacles. But whereas if we mention and if we look at the growth mindset people, their personality looks like they are open to changes. They believe that change and cultivating new skills and new dimensions in life will help them grow. They are very easy to confront any kind of obstacles in their life, and they believe in quality rather than they give importance to quality. So I'll give a very simple examples in my life which I have seen. Say for example, if you go, if you start to learn a new language or take up a new class, when you go to the class, you are absolutely new. The environment is new, and teachers, students, everyone is new. So when a fixed mindset person will enter a class, what will his questions be? The class is not good. How good will be the teacher? Whether the teacher is worth respecting or learning from? Will he teach me properly? Will I be able to learn it? So these will be the questions from a typical fixed mindset person. Whereas if we compare it to a growth mindset person, the growth mindset person will enter the class with a mindset that this is what I am here for. I am here for learning, and this is why I have come here. So his perspective of things and situation will be like, I am here to learn, change his situation. And this generally, I have seen it in my practical life, when in offices, bosses get changed. There are situations where every year or every 3 year bosses get changed. So when the new boss comes in, there are so much of buzz humors inside the team that how will this boss be? Will he be better than the previous boss? How will he treat me? So when the growth mindset people is there, they think that whosoever be the boss, I am here to do my job. I am here to work and earn and excel and become successful. But a typical fixed mindset person will start asking n number of questions. So this is where people fail. People fail in growing in their life and becoming successful. And I have faced one more instance. There was a lady who was taking counseling from me. So she used to constantly complain about her husband, and there were some issues constantly going on. So one such instance which she mentioned that when he asked her husband that it would be good if we discuss beforehand taking any major decision in our family. To this, his husband's reaction was so abrupt that she said it actually took her hours to cure repair the damages which was already done. So these kind of things, these kind of things are always coming from a fixed mindset people. So what happens is, if we consider in such a situation, the husband is of fixed mindset and the wife is of growth mindset. So what will happen in a relationship when they are in a relationship, when they are inside a family, part of important family, what will happen? The whole atmosphere of the family will get disturbed. But then as a coach, the message here I would like to give to people is you can change your mindset. And once you change your mindset, your situations will also get changed. And but it is actually very difficult to change your mindset. It's not so easy. It's easy said and done, I should say. So the major things which you need to note while you are going to a journey of switching yourself from a fixed mindset or any other kind of blocked mindset personality to a growth mindset, you should keep a track of empathy of the other people's perspective. If you want yourself to be heard, you first need to listen out the other person on the other side. So if you don't keep empathy, neither you will be able to listen to the person, neither you will get heard by the other person. So it's a very simple rule. If you have empathy, you will have a very harmonious family. And of course, self-awareness is so important, as Suvidha also mentioned, that if you know where you are standing right now, if you are aware of the situation where you are right now, you definitely know the path that you are required to switch from this situation to the other situation, go to a higher level in your life. From a failure to a success mind, it's simply a formula which, as Vishal mentioned, that it is the balloon was not important. The material inside the balloon was the most important thing, which was taking the balloon higher up and up. So it's the mindset inside you which will take you higher up and up. So the mindset is most important thing. So that's all from my side. If we have questions from our viewers and participants, we can take that. If anyone has any question. Or, or anyone has to share anything. So then, Suvidha, we can go ahead with
Yeah.
closing the session.
Yeah. All right.
This is
Yeah.
our last session for the
Yeah.
family summit.
I know. Kind of emotional as well. But thank you for joining us on this journey of ours. We spoke about mindset development today. A few topics that we covered under this was learning from mistakes and how mistakes should be looked at as opportunities and not really, blockages or roadblocks. And apart from that, keeping a growth mindset and not really a fixed mindset. And Poonam explained to us what's the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset and how these people behave. It's also important to praise effort and persistence instead of just the success or the medals or the trophies. And then keeping self-compassion and empathy. Self-compassion for your own self and empathy for the others is also that is going to keep us, on track and keep our relationships positive. Um, with this session, we also come to an end of our Super Family Summit series. This is the end of season 1. We are a little emotional about it because it has been a wonderful journey for all of us. And till we till we meet again with new issues and what we can do about them, we wish you health, love, and lots of compassion. Take care, stay positive always. And to end, we also want to say that, and this is a message that we want to say, that mental health is very, very important. Sometimes even more important than physical health. But we pay a lot of attention to physical health. We will immediately visit a physician to seek help, seek medication, and get treatment. However, when it comes to mental health, when it comes to issues related to our personality or our attitudes or our behavior, we feel that we have a fixed mindset towards it. We don't want to change. We don't want to believe that we need help. And we continue living our lives with the same situations, repeating us over and over again, but we don't seek help. So it is important that we reach out, and we are here as coaches. We have our own niche. You can reach out to us, or you can reach out to any coach who can help you with your issues. But it is important to reach out. Like I said earlier also, it's important to ask for help. Just ask and you will get it, and things will be better and more positive for us. So reach out to us. You have our Instagram handles. DM us or email us, whatever you feel convenient with, and we'd love to hear from you. So thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you each and every one of you to be a long time. Yeah.
And thank you, everyone.
Yes.
And lots of compassion and lots of blessings. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye bye. Good night. Take care. All the
And
best. Yes.
good night, everyone.